The next speaker is Saugata Chatterjee, Co-Chief Business Officer of Nippon Mutual Fund. Saugata, or Chatty as he's commonly called by all of us, has over 24 years of experience in the financial services space. His expertise lies in scaling things up from inception to a large scale. He's a master at it, and he has great relationships with all the MFDs. He has had prior stints prior to Nippon Reliance. He has had stints with ICICI Bank as well. He has been with the group since 2009. And his hobbies include traveling, listening to music, and teaching. Over to you, Chatty. Keen to listen to you. Yeah.
So good afternoon, friends. Thank you IFA Galaxy for inviting the Nippon India Mutual Fund family to talk to all our partner friends. And it's a great occasion for me personally to engage with IFA Galaxy team again. All of us really believe that IFA Galaxy has created a sort of a platform, an industry sort of a phenomena where many of y'all have actually grown with the IFA Galaxy events over the last more than decade. I have personally been associated for more than a decade with IFA Galaxy, and I have seen many partners really get benefited with the type of activities, the type of engagement, the quality of the speakers, and the way you all have reciprocated in this journey. I actually thank the office bearers of IFA Galaxy, starting with Mr. Mohsin Bijipuri, Miss Apurva Ramesh Bhatt, Mr. Shriram, and of course Mr. Naran, with whom we have a very long association, and you all have been the flag bearers of IFA Galaxy and this industry body, which has created a large impact for many of our IFA partners. So friends, as we speak today, and when I was trying to understand the theme of this entire conclave which you all are having, wherein post-COVID, definitely there are reasons for us to reboot our business. We thought that why should we not talk about not only about rebooting, the way things have been reinvented, what are the opportunities and possible threats which one sees in their journey, and as a composite, part of our business, the business planning and the business growth, all these things come together and help us to grow our business over periods of time. And we know that in the last 2 years, the journey has not been very good from the health perspective, but all of us know that the economic turnaround and the business growth, which all of us have seen, clearly showed that many of us who are in this event today, and many of our friends who are across India, have done many good things to ensure that their businesses adapt to the new environment. They also have grown, and there are many learnings which myself as well as all of us have learned, which I think I would like to share in this next 15 to 20 minutes time, to give all of us a perspective as how businesses should evolve, how businesses should be ready for events like this, how we have done. And I would also like to bring in a sort of a perspective which cuts across sports, which cuts across corporate world, which cuts across the financial services industry, and also something which will probably help you to keep thinking and keep remaining prepared for any such events which can happen in the future. Hence, our topic for today is Reboot Reinvent, threat versus opportunity. Um, Moving to this slide, all of us have read, heard this many, many times. A glass half full or a glass half empty. And there is this famous uh, saying from Winston Churchill, which says that pessimists see the difficulty in every opportunity, and an optimist sees the opportunity in every difficulty, which is a very, very important part which all of us have to keep in mind, that even if there are circumstances which lead us to keep getting pushed across the wall, those are the times where we have to really, really keep doing a deep thinking of how our businesses should be scaled up, how should we come out of these eventualities, and how we can make our business resilient for the current as well as the future. Let's take the example of sports. Many of us in the conclave today, and I'm sure across India, we are all lovers of cricket, and we know this episode of India getting stumped out, 36 all out. It was a gloom and doom scene for all of us. We really kept on introspecting, kept on debating, how can on earth a successful team like India, a strong team like India, get out with a paltry score. And we know what happened later on. The team had lost many of their key players because of multiple reasons, but the youth and the team, which probably was witnessing success from the boundary line, across the boundary line, came together and raised their hand saying that we will make it a success. And we know the history was created where when they came out and won the Australian series. Now there are many learnings, and it was in quick succession. The test matches don't give you time to prepare for long months. So within few days they have to come out, they have to make their plan, execute that on the ground, and probably come out as winners. That was probably the first situation where we did feel that when things are when there's an adversity, when our sports persons who are the best of the players in the world can get pushed back, they come out and they come out winners. Definitely a very, very strong reason for us to believe that when there is a will to perform, when there is a will to excel, the way is always found, and the winner comes out as true winners. Uh, let's take the recent example. The under 19 World Cup team did the entire preparation during COVID. They had a lot of instances wherein many of their players were under covered. They were not able to come out and practice. But eventually, we have seen that this team, comes out victorious and makes us a proud country by winning the cup for the fifth time. And it's a great achievement in 8 years, 5 times. That's something which probably many of us would aspire to see, from as sports lovers. And this team, the youth, has actually performed. They have adapted. They came out of the worst circumstance. They came out as a team together. They challenged the circumstances. They challenged the various other disturbances which were impacting them, and they came out as winners. Another example, a great player like Nadal makes it a sort of takes it as a challenge. Goes out all out. Wins the match with a very, very lengthy five set match with continuous situations of ups and downs. But finally, it was his resilience. It was his ability to become a remain as a player for big matches. Experience counted. Very important in our business. Also, experience is very, very important. adapting to situations and probably coming out as winners. Again, great example of how adaptability and the quality of a tough player, a seasoned player, even in circumstances which probably would have made him defensive, he comes out and becomes a winner. Another example, during COVID, our Olympians, the Paralympians, they go to a country which was an extreme country like Japan. The temperatures were not feasible for them. The climatic conditions were not feasible for them. They come out as winners, and we know the number of medals and number of the accolades what they have won for us, the greatness what they have built for India is second to none. And and these are the players who did not have any support functions like some of the successful players in other games, but they come out, they have adapted to the situation, they have come out as winners. They are sole, some of them were group players, some of them were self players. They come out and sort of bring the bring pride for India. They win medals for India. Again, great examples in adversity, how someone can come out and create this big impact and make success out of for individuals, as well as make build pride for the country. Now let's go to the corporate world. We are all in this business of managing money. We talk about companies, we read balance sheets, we read fact sheets, we talk about markets. And this is a live example. Tata Motors as a company, down to the, they were just pushed back. I know there were, sort of messages in the amongst friends and amongst many other people whom when we should talk, that this brand is only meant for trucks. Why are they into cars? And we know that what happened. Their vehicle business in India went through stress, but all of us know how they reinvented themselves, how quickly they could adapt to the new age thought process, where they knew that in India, a particular commodity or a particular category like vehicles has got a particular investor attention and investor interest. They had to adapt to the needs of the investor. Very important in our business. How do we adapt to the needs of the investor? They come out, they come with variants. They are the first guys who bring in EVs to electric vehicles to India. And now we know that how their market share has changed overnight. But it required a lot of planning, lot of introspection, lot of courage and guts to come and compete with the best of the guys in India in the automobile sector. And now, as I mentioned, their market share has improved and they are basically leaping forward with the variants which they have brought in the market. Very, very true example of a corporate entity being pushed back and coming out of the that situation, and now they are winning. They have a winning formula. Let's take the India perspective. We as Indians, we are all proud with this data. When 100 crore of population was we completed that vaccination milestone, and then now we have inched forward much beyond that. The world was looking at us, is still looking at us, how a country like India, which is still supposed to be an emerging economy, comes out of the entire situation of being in a COVID environment, adapts technology through Arogya Setu, etc., etc., and we build this huge infrastructure for vaccination of the population of India as large as India. Something which all of us took the were participants in this success, but we did it because we had the courage, and we wanted to prove that we are a different country, and we led from the front to make this a success. And of course, the ecosystem was developed in that manner to make this a huge success. Let's get into on the digital side. We all know how India has digitally evolved. As we speak, 34% of the world transactions, digital transactions are happening. India contributes to that. That's a huge percentage, and India, my friends, is they are really leaping forward on the digital side. We as participants in the mutual fund industry, we have seen how our digital transaction volumes have grown, how deep we have gone into, but adapting to technology, using that to the benefit of your business. Many of us would have adapted, but one had to take that big leap forward to adapt to technology and make it a success. As India, we have done it, and many of the constituents towards this success have been all of us. Let's take the other side. We all know how this entire country has grown, not only digitally, but this entire wave of demat account opening. It's a humongous number. Can we imagine 2 years back that in a particular year we could have 1 crore demat accounts being opened, and now as we speak, we know with LIC IPO coming, etc., that number might go to 2 to 3 crores of incremental demat accounts. And that is the scale and size with which India is adapting to change. India is adapting to new age stuff. There are participants in our journey who are nudging investors to move digitally or adopting the demat route to participate into capital markets. The urge and the need is there, and we have to keep thinking that even in adversity, imagine in the last 2 years when everything was looking to be in a situation where people were trying to find ways and means to be successful. These are the success stories which I'm narrating for the last 10 minutes. And the demat account journey and the digital journey is a great example of how we have been able to excel collectively as India, and many of us are witness to that. Moving on, I think the technology boom on one side, coming to the other side where manufacturing has gone towards and adopting the industrial cycle towards green energy. Again, something which India, as Indians, we never thought that we will become a large participant to the green energy revolution which is happening globally. We have done that, and that's a journey for us, but we are excelling in that, adapting to change, excelling within the circumstances, and looking at opportunities to improvise and the environment and make the things happen meaningfully, and probably resulting in business dynamics and economics of the businesses improving. South, most of our partners are in this call are from South. The unicorn club, I would say majority of the unicorns are born in South, and they have become large in the last 3-4 years. And please see this sort of growth has happened in the tough times. In tough times, the best of the businesses have come in front of us, and they have built scale, and they are probably going to become larger in the times to come. So even if again, just to sort of a look at the entire circumstance where we are, in 2 years we never thought that large businesses will come into India, and we'll be able to probably compete with the global players and make India stand out. The unicorns have proved that how they have been able to create differentiation, different products, different needs, and probably build scale in their business. So again, the examples. Mutual fund industry, we know how we have grown, and this is the pace of growth. We are where we are today at 38 lakh crores. So finally, just to summarize, as friends, we'll have to keep this in mind. One side, this is the human side. You have core activities, you have your core assets. What we do is, whenever there is whenever our core assets and our core activities get threatened, we look for radical change. whoever has done radical change in their thinking, they become successful. If you have your core activities not threatened, but your core assets are threatened, you do some creative change. So what this chart shows, that change is required. You got to adapt to change and make things happen so that your businesses become successful. I will just probably summarize with this chart. Fear and greed, we keep advocating to our investors, but as business partners, as mutual fund distributors, fear and greed also comes to us in when we run our business. Please don't think that during the times when fear is there, you have to invest more in your business, make your invest more resilient, make your invest more forward looking, and then ride the wave of that up wave which comes. Good businesses are built in tough times, and as partners, my only advice and suggestion to all of us is, even if there are circumstances which will prohibit you from growing business, going that fear will keep coming to us, because markets are volatile, environment will be volatile. Keep investing in your business for the future. And finally, with Mr. Ratan Tata's quote, I would like to end. Ups and downs in life are very important to keep us growing, keep us going, because a straight line, even in an ECG, means we are not alive. So please don't bother about if there are fluctuations in our business life cycle. Those are the things which helps us to regroup, understand our business, reinvent, and sort of build the business in a more resilient manner for the future. I wish all our IFA Galaxy friends as well as the partners on the call best wishes, and let's have a great 2022 and years of wealth creation ahead. Thank you very much.